There is growing pressure from Democrats to remove the president from office. One Republican governor says the focus needs to be on the country, not party division. Governor Jim Justice was first elected as a Democrat in West Virginia, but switched to the Republican Party in 2017 while on stage with President Trump. Earlier today, I spoke with the governor about why he thinks lawmakers should not move forward with impeachment. Governor, you said, if we could talk just for a minute about what happened last week in the Capitol, you said the riot was despicable, in your words. I know you're good friends with the president. How do you reconcile his role leading up to that?
Well, I really do know the Trump family really, really well. And I can positively guarantee you that the Trump family in no way condoned what happened with at our nation's Capitol. However, you know, out of frustration or whatever it may be, you know, the president surely felt like that he was going to win at re-election and everything, and there's a lot of disappointment and everything, and a lot of his people, 75 million of them, are out there in all the lands and everything, and before you know it, there's just more and more and more momentum that is happening. At that point in time, just to tell it like it is, the president probably should have surely stepped back and said, no, wait a minute, this situation could very well get out of control. We saw what happened to situations of hopeful, peaceful protest through the summer that got out of control. And so we surely didn't need anything like what happened. And I thought it was a terrible disgrace to America. And I thought, you know, irregardless to my friendship, I am really, really respectful to the presidency of the United States, and I appreciate everything that Donald Trump has done. He did a lot of wonderful, wonderful things, but this is no good, what happened.
Should he resign, Governor? I
don't think so. I think, Joe, we're within, I mean, I don't know why we keep just stirring in the pot. I mean, you know, we're within 9 days or something like that. Why in the world do we need to try to even divide us even more in this country? You know, we need to quit trying to be Republicans and Democrats and get on with being Americans, and I've said it over and over, but I think we need to just let this settle down, let the president go on his way, and let our new president come in and do, hopefully, which we all hope and pray, a wonderful job. I'm anxious to work with President-elect Biden and you know, and just hope that we can do a lot of good stuff as well.
Well, a lot of people think what happened is, as you said, a disgrace, and the people who are involved should be held responsible. How do we move on from this without doing that?
Well, I can tell you that the people that went in that building and whatever like that, we had a delegate, you know, in this state go in the building and film himself in the building. I mean, I don't know how it could be more stupid than that, to tell you the truth. But, you know, those people absolutely need to suffer all the consequences. And you know, I think back, if our president could have changed his rhetoric an awful lot and everything, you know, but that, I hate to say it, but that's Donald Trump. And really, you know, I think it was just a missed call, but I don't believe in any way that it is beneficial to us to run down this road of trying to get the president to resign or impeach the president and whatever. It's all, I mean, Joe, this nation is so good.
Did the president win the election, and was it stolen from him?
Well, I mean, you know, there's a lot of questions, you know, and let's just be fair. If we had had more time and we could have dug deeper, it would have given us more confidence in the results that happened. But really and truly, I think you've got to defer to the experts, and all the experts, from the courts to the judges to all the experts, you know, that looked at all the secretaries of state. All these people said, there's no evidence, there's no evidence, there's no evidence. I think you've got to go with that.
State of West Virginia is leading the nation when it comes to COVID-19 vaccination efforts, and we're going to talk with the governor about the status of delivering those doses, what they're doing right compared to other states. That's coming up in our next hour of NewsNation.